It's week 5 of Cole's Buckeye Corner. Of course, I'm Cole McDaniel, your host. Want to welcome everybody in here for this episode on the bye week. Going to make this week very short and sweet because the Buckeyes, they have it off. Some time to rest before they go up against Maryland. So, this week, a reminder that, as always, the show is brought to you by Hinckley Roofing. As we really start diving into the fall and get closer to the winter time, if you haven't done anything to your roof, concerned maybe about some issues this winter, don't want that snow to be melting on top of the roof, maybe having some potential leaks. If you haven't updated anything, make sure you reach out to Hinckley Roofing. Again, you can check them out at hinkleyroofing.com. The best in the business when it comes to all of your roofing needs. Big shout out to them as always. But as we get this thing going, talking about the bye week for the Buckeyes, they're coming off of a tough physical win against Notre Dame. They got it done at the last. Going to touch on some of the play calls at the end. But regardless, Ohio State, despite winning that one by the skin of their teeth, they got it done. They remain undefeated so far this season. And the bye week's probably coming in a good time, especially because on that Travion Henderson run, Marvin Harrison Jr. was out there blocking, got rolled up on. Thankfully, he was able to come back out, but his ankle was heavily taped up. Some of that has to be adrenaline. Again, hope he's okay for the future. Buckeyes probably don't need Marvin Harrison Jr. to beat Maryland, but you'd like to have a Marvin Harrison Jr. for the long run this season. Certainly a contender for the Biletnikoff Award come the end of the year. The nice thing with the bye week, not only is it time for everybody to rest up and heal, but especially Marvin Harrison Jr. gets time to rest that ankle and heal. Now, here's what I liked from the Buckeyes. I thought they were pretty solid when it came to their tackling ability. Thought they were scrappy against Notre Dame. Everybody was talking about Notre Dame and their offensive line and the physicality, how they'd be able to run the ball. And I thought the Buckeyes did a very good job of making sure that didn't happen. A couple times, too, that they were able to get after Hartman. I'd still love to see more pressure coming from JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer. I've touched on that for weeks. But in general, when they needed some big plays, they got it done. Tuimoloau got in the backfield at the end of the game on a drive that they needed to stop, and he was crucial in that. So, but I thought the whole team was pretty good tackling-wise, coming up, crashing in on the box. You saw as Hartman nearly ran for the first down. Cody Simon was able to stop him on fourth down, so forced the turnover on downs. That was really good. Again, still liking what I'm seeing from the Silver Bullets this season. Ryan Day tried to cost the team the game. I am not sure on that 4th and short. I know it's considered 4th and 1, but it was less than like half a yard. Use your offensive line to generate some power and run that ball up the middle. You have Chip Trayanum in the backfield. You could sneak that one with McCord. I don't care what you do. Go up the middle. I can live with Notre Dame stopping you on that 4th down if they just got more of a push up front. But why are you running a jet sweep there with Egbuka? Egbuka's a great player, right? But why go jet sweep there when you should have at least enough bodies to get the legs churning, get the push, maybe get that half yard that you need? Trying to cost the game there. Everybody was freaking out. Certainly thought that there was a chance that thing was going to be over, but the defense, as I mentioned, stepped up on the next drive, got the stop that was needed, and Ohio State had enough time to drive down the field. And I thought that was a gutsy last drive for Ryan Day, for Kyle McCord. I thought they did a great job. The wide receivers did as you'd expect. They found ways to get open. Emeka Egbuka, when Marvin Harrison Jr. was not at 100%, was lights out in that game. Kyle McCord, he showed the guts. Now he was nearly picked off 1 or 2 times on that final drive. Fortunate that didn't happen. But after making maybe some bad throws or some mistakes and not really having it cost them, he was able to deliver a strike on 3rd and long that was crucial to get the first down, put them at the 1-yard line. That throw was fantastic from McCord. Credit to him for the guts that he showed. Not perfect on that drive, but good enough to help the Buckeyes win that game. And Ryan Day, right at the end, after Day in the previous drive looked like he was trying to cost the team, he responded back with great play calls with 7 seconds left to go. At the 1-yard line, if you throw it, you have 2 opportunities. If you run it, that's it. So he wanted to take the 2 chances. Did a great job deciding to throw on first down. McCord couldn't find a receiver in the corner of the end zone in Harrison. and just threw it out of bounds. So as that one fell incomplete, you then still had 3 seconds left because only 4 seconds had come off the clock. Now, one play, that's all you have, whether it's a pass or a run. You know that even if you had a quick pass and it's incomplete, that clock's going to run out. So now, at the 1 yard line, test your offensive line, bring the tight ends in. Can you get a push with Chip Trayanum? They did just enough, broke the plane of the goal line, and it resulted in a touchdown and a huge win for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I love the fire from Ryan Day at the end of that game. Again, in that press conference, I think Buckeye Nation probably loved that. I love to see the intensity that he had in his voice, the amount of care that he has for that team. That's one of those times where if you're a recruit and you're watching that and you hear a coach talking like that about the team, defending you as a group, that's the type of guy you probably want to play for. So I know that was very genuine from Ryan Day, but at the same time, I actually think it could be a ploy that ends up helping recruiting as well. And it almost feels like the Buckeyes sometimes don't need much help when it comes to recruiting because they're always bringing in top talents, but that is certainly not going to hurt you at all. My must-watch 3, since the Buckeyes are not playing this weekend. Number 1, that's 10th-ranked Utah at 19th-ranked Oregon State on Friday night at 9 p.m. So after I finish calling a football game for high school football, game of the week for Keon Sports on the YouTube channel, after you watch that, maybe you should check out that Utah-Oregon State game on Friday night. I know when I get home, I'm going to try to pop on the TV and take a look at that one. Oregon State fell to Washington State, but now at home they're trying to rebound against the Utah team. I think that's actually going to be a good game on Friday. Then we go into Saturday, 6 p.m. That's 13th-ranked LSU at number 20 Ole Miss. I do think LSU should come away with the win there, but going on the road to Ole Miss, SEC play, could be a close one, could be fun. Again, I'm still probably leaning LSU there. And then finally, how does number 11 Notre Dame respond on the road at number 17 Duke on Saturday at 7:30? Obviously not the same prowess that the Ohio State matchup was for Notre Dame, but still, Duke's not a bad team. They're certainly not Ohio State. You'd think Notre Dame will respond, but remember last year when they lost to Ohio State, then they fell in the game right after to Marshall, and they had a really tough start to the year because of that. Don't think it's going to be the same case this year, but again, it's an opportunity for Notre Dame to respond. That does it for this quick episode. Everybody enjoy the bye week. Of course, I know you're going to be thrilled when Ohio State football actually comes back, but an opportunity to rest up, recover, just like the Buckeyes get this weekend. Enjoy it, and have a good one.